Oh dear me, is that better? Well, welcome back to the UK, everybody. Welcome back to the UK, and I've got to say, it feels very, very good to be here. Yes, the weather is miserable. Yes, it's unseasonably warm, which means it's very, very wet, very, very drizzly, and very, very damp. But the truth is, I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, and before I forget, this video is sponsored by Squarespace. So if you need a website, go to squarespace.com/Heaton. So Nepal was great. I was in Nepal for a month. I was trekking around the Himalayas for about 3 weeks. And as beautiful as it was, and as challenging as it was, it's just nice to be home. You know, I know where I am when I'm home. I know the lay of the land. You know, Nepal was fantastic, but it was dry, it was high altitude, everything was an effort, and what I missed more than anything in Nepal was the ability to just be able to wander aimlessly and explore. And that is something that the UK does very well. Yes, it may be damp and drizzly and dreary most of the time, just like now, but it's so diverse, and there are so many nooks and crannies that it just offers, I think it offers just as much as anywhere in the world. It just offers it in a different way. So I'm out this afternoon. It's late, it's dark in an hour, so I'm probably not going to do any photography this afternoon, but I am just out for a bit of a wander and an explore. I'm staying in the van, so I have a couple of days, and whilst I may not have amazing conditions and light, what I do have is hope, because the weather forecast for tomorrow morning looks very promising. The wind drops, kind of hoping that the cloud lifts and it's supposed to be a bit drier, and there may be some mist, you just don't know. And where I am now, it's a beautiful viewpoint. I've never really photographed much from this point, but I think if conditions are right tomorrow morning, and here's where I'm going to be, and the view, which is not visible at the minute because it's, well, as we've discussed, it's quite dreary, that could open up in the morning and could be fantastic. But I guess we won't know until tomorrow when we wake up early and make the long slog up this hill. So now that I'm warm and dry inside of the van, I thought I'd just go over the weather for tomorrow. So I said before, when I was out in the freezing cold drizzle, that there was hope and that the forecast looked promising for the next day, just tomorrow morning. So I thought it'd be helpful for me to just go over a couple of the services and apps that I use where I get my information, which leads me to believe that tomorrow morning has potential for a good landscape photography shoot. So if you haven't gathered already, I'm in the Lake District in the UK. And when I go to the Lake District or Scotland or any mountainous area in the UK, the first service that I use, or the first website that I go to, is mwis.org.uk. That is the Mountain Weather Information Service. This gives you very accurate weather forecasts for mountainous areas. And this tells me that tomorrow it's not going to be very windy, only 15 to 20 miles per hour. That's up on the summits, so down in a valley, the wind should be pretty much negligible, which means there's a chance of reflections and still water. It also tells me that there's not going to be any rain, there's not going to be any cloud on the hills, and the sunshine and air clarity is going to be extensive sunshine, excellent or superb visibility, and chance of cloud-free summits almost certain. So I can tell you now, just from looking at Mountain Weather Information Service, tomorrow is going to be a fantastic day, not only for photography, but if you want to get out and go hiking, which is pretty much who it's aimed at, walkers and climbers and that kind of thing, then it's going to be a very good day for that. Another service I'll use in conjunction with this, or another app, is Clear Outside. Now the app is not the best. It's buggy, and it when you first glance at it, it's quite difficult to read. But once you figure out what all of the information means, it's valuable information. It really is. So when I look at this, I can see that tomorrow, at around about between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m, low cloud 0, medium cloud 0, high cloud 81%, 73%, and then 38%. So in the morning at sunrise, we should have high cloud, and it's high cloud that catches the light. It's high cloud that reflects the red light coming from the morning sun. So when you see those burning red and orange skies, it's usually high cloud that's causing that. So fingers crossed, we're going to get a beautifully colourful sunrise. Still waters, maybe if our viewpoint is overlooking the lake. I don't want to give too much away. And it also tells me that the wind down in the valley, so this forecast is for Keswick, which is about 5 miles to the north, that the wind is going to be only 3 to 4 miles per hour. So with all of that being said, I am now going to cook some food, relax, listen to some podcasts, probably read a book, have a good night's sleep, and then tomorrow morning my plan is to wake up bright and early. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have a successful sunrise shoot. Yeah, looking forward to it. Well, good morning everybody. It was quite the hike up, let me tell you, especially in the dark. And this morning is beautiful. The weather is almost as predicted, but unfortunately we are lacking the high clouds that I was hoping for over the lake and over the mountains in the background. And instead it seems that the high cloud is way off to the east, blocking the sunrise. So as beautiful as this morning is, I don't think what I had in mind, which is a nice shot of this viewpoint here, is going to work. There's not going to be any light, there's no atmosphere, blue skies. So I think I need to find something else. There's probably people in the and watching this video thinking, oh, you're crazy, hiked up here, why aren't you taking a photograph? Well, it is nice, it's a lovely view, and it's a beautiful morning, but it isn't what I pictured in my mind. And when I was in Nepal, one of the things that I realised is that I wanted to be far more thoughtful about my photography, way more thoughtful. And that means only really shooting things that I desperately want to shoot, or that really catch my eye, or that really inspire me. And whilst this is nice, it doesn't inspire me enough to want, I mean, yes, I could take a photograph and have a very nice photo, but it's not, I want to start creating work that I'm really proud of, not just work that is an image to go in this video, if that makes sense. So as beautiful as this is, and I'm going to spend some time up here and just enjoy the view and enjoy the morning, I think I just need to find something else. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to be photographing epic views. Of course I am. But I just really need to be inspired. I want that feeling where I'm rushing and I'm scrambling to get my camera out of my bag. And this is nice, but it doesn't, that view from here as a photograph as it stands now doesn't do it for me. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not coming across as someone who's spoilt or anything like that. I'm really not. It's just, you know, when I was in Nepal, it was epic views all around, and sometimes it felt like the photography was just on a plate. You know, there's your view, take the shot. And I guess I just want something a bit more than that. Yeah. Well, what to say about that? I ended the video there. I didn't go and take any photographs that morning, although it wasn't for the want of trying. I did walk around, I did look. In fact, I spent most of the day searching for images, and it was just so bizarre. Obviously, something happened in the night. I don't know. I mean, because when it was raining and miserable, I was full of enthusiasm and optimism. But when I woke up in the morning, all of that had gone, and I don't know, I mean, it's difficult to put my finger on exactly why I felt the way I did. The thing with YouTube and creating these videos is there's a certain amount of pressure that comes with these videos, and that is that you are always judged on your last image or your last video. And one of the realizations that I had in Nepal was that I wanted to stop putting out images I wasn't happy with. Not just images I wasn't happy with, but I wanted to put out only images I was really proud of. So immediately I've kind of added this pressure to myself. That, and you know, you read things and you see things on the internet about yourself, and it's not always it's not always nice stuff, and that makes you a bit more insecure. So I think that's what happened. I think I'd seen some commentary about me and my images, and maybe that affected me negatively. So I was feeling very, very insecure about wanting to photograph anything. So I think I was just looking for the perfect photograph that morning, and I didn't find it. I didn't photograph anything. So yeah, I'm just going to end the video from my office instead of in the field. And I guess what would be the point of this video? I guess going forward, not every video, and I'm aware of this now, and I'm much more conscious of this. Not every video I put out needs to have an image in it for it still to be of some value to the people watching it. So yeah, no image today. I think that morning I was on a bit of a downer. I wasn't feeling too good about myself, my work. But, you know, I feel great now. I wish I was out there. I wish I was back there now. I really do, with a different frame of mind. So if you're new to landscape photography, don't listen to what I'm saying now. Go out and photograph everything. You'll learn so much. But if you've been in the game for a while and you also have days where you're just not inspired and you don't see images and you don't feel like shooting anything, then, you know, I think that's okay. Yeah, I don't think there should be this pressure to churn out images 24/7. So there we go, my first video in the UK since being away in Nepal. I do think that I'll be back on track soon enough, so make sure you stay tuned to this channel for that. And if you've stuck with me this far and listened to me whinge on, and despite there being no images, then thank you. And if you're not a subscriber and you've come this far, definitely subscribe, because I promise you there will be more content to come. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this farce. If you need a website, go to squarespace.com/Heaton and give it a free try. And if you like your free trial, yeah, just use the offer code Heaton and get 10% off your first purchase. I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you so much for watching, and wish me luck on my next photo venture. Until then, bye for now. I'm going to edit this back into the video.